Good evening, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the 9 p.m. all-weather, all-streaming show that we do here every night during the workdays and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms as well as to Facebook Live. So if you are joining us from Facebook and you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down below. I'll try to answer the questions as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through at the very end and see if I can answer anything individually for you. But first and foremost, hopefully you all had a great Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there in the stream watching. We couldn't be anywhere without you guys. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of love this evening. The weather was great all weekend long. We had mostly sunny skies yesterday and today. Today we really warmed up. We got all the way up into the lower 80s for our highs. Now it looks like the weather's going to turn a little bit more unsettled as we go through the rest of our night tonight and into the beginning of the work week. We've got multiple chances for showers and storms even as we go through the middle and end of next week. So getting a little bit more unsettled, and temperatures continuing to rise well above average by the middle and end of next week. So I'll discuss all those details here coming up in just a moment. But here's a look at our highs for today. Again, as I mentioned, we got all the way up into the lower 80s this afternoon. 82 in Evansville and Bowling Green, 81 up towards Indianapolis. And funny thing about this temperature map today is actually the farther north you go, especially to our northwest, the warmer the air got. Some folks in North Dakota and South Dakota topped out at nearly 100 degrees today, whereas folks in Louisiana only topped out in the 60s. And that is all because of this area of low pressure that's just kind of hanging out over the Gulf states, that's keeping things cloudy, cool, and wet. That same system is actually going to lift up into our neck of the woods overnight tonight and into tomorrow. So here's a look at our current temperatures. Since this afternoon, we've dropped a good bit, so down into the 70s now, lower 70s. 71 in Evansville and Madisonville, 70 there in Henderson and Jasper, and around 74 in Owensboro. Mostly clear skies right now, but those clouds will continue to fill in and thicken up as moisture streams in from the south. Temperatures will drop down through the 60s overnight tonight. So let's take a look at where the showers and some of those thunderstorms are right now. Here's a look at the setup. We've got high pressure to our north, anchored over the Great Lakes region. That is what's been supplying us with the beautiful weather we've had over the last couple of days, and it's butting up against this area of low pressure to our south over the Gulf states. So all the shower activity is now starting to arc its way northward here through the overnight hours. And we're going to start to see some of those showers begin to fill in, or at least graze, portions of our western Kentucky viewing area, primarily Ohio, Muhlenberg, and Hopkins County. You could start to see some of those showers moving in pretty shortly here within the next 20-30 minutes. You may even hear some rumbles of thunder in there as well. But then this band of showers will start to weaken and fall apart as it lifts to the north even more, but we'll follow it up with more rounds of showers overnight tonight. So here's a look at the timing of everything. As we go through this evening, we have that initial round of a few showers and storms to our south over western Kentucky. They fall apart as they move northward through the tri-state, though. Our best chances for some more widespread rain isn't going to be until overnight and into the pre-dawn hours of Monday. So 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning is when we're going to see at least more widespread coverage of that rain, and then it's going to lift off to the northeast by mid to late morning, and then it's going to become a little bit more isolated to scattered as we get into the afternoon. And then there's also the chance at least we get a few more thunderstorms through Monday afternoon just due to the heating of the day. And then once that sun sets, a lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity will start to dissipate. Now, looking at our pattern here as we go through the next couple of weeks, our 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook showing that we're at least going to remain slightly above average in terms of precipitation, indicating maybe a little bit more of an active weather pattern taking shape over the next couple of weeks. So here's a look at our rain and storm chances. So pretty much quiet during the day today, but those shower chances increase overnight tonight into Monday. Tuesday, I don't think it's going to be as widespread, but we do have that chance for at least some pop-up showers and storms in the afternoon. Wednesday looks like it'll be our driest day of the work week, and then as we get into Thursday and Friday, we're going to be watching those days fairly closely. It looks like the Storm Prediction Center continues to highlight that potential for at least a few severe thunderstorms as we get into Thursday evening primarily. However, there are a lot of uncertainties that go with this forecast for Thursday and Friday. A lot of the models don't have that precipitation getting getting lifted up enough by that cold front. So a lot of the forcing is just to the north of the tri-state. So the models kind of trending a little bit more north with the best chance for those severe thunderstorms. However, we are still a few days away, so we may start to see it trend a little bit further to the south. If we do start to see that trend a little bit further to the south, then we may need to pop that first alert at least for Thursday, possibly another one for Friday, but again, it's a week away, so we've got a lot of fine-tuning to do here. So just stay very tuned into the forecast over the next couple of days, but here's kind of how this will set up as we get towards the middle of next week. So that low that's lifting up from the south tonight is actually going to shift off to the east through the middle of the work week by Wednesday. I know it's going to be mostly dry, but there is still that chance for at least a spot shower on Wednesday afternoon. I think during the day on Thursday, we're going to be nice and dry. However, a warm front will lift to our north, and that puts us in the warm sector, so we're going to be seeing a lot of warmth and humidity funneling in from the Gulf. So that is going to at least provide the necessary fuel for severe weather, but like I mentioned before, if we don't have that lift to kick it up enough, then we don't really see that much activity here. Now, here's a look at the European model. It wants to bring the best lift just to the north of the tri-state, with better chances for some severe weather in central and northern Indiana. The farther south, it looks like the forcing just isn't quite there yet, which is why I haven't pulled the trigger on an alert day for Thursday at this moment. But again, we will keep a close eye on it over the next couple of days. So if there is going to be some severe weather, it would likely happen Thursday, Friday of next week. So just be paying attention to that forecast as we go through this week. So here's a look at our temperature outlook. So while we are going to continue to warm up above average through next week, it does look like maybe as we get towards the middle and end of the month, we start to average out to near normal temperatures there. So that's indicated by that gray color. But let's take a look at what our temperatures are going to warm up to through this week. So some showers and storms tomorrow, a pop-up or two possible on Tuesday, still remaining in the 70s. Then as we get into Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, 83 degrees, and then topping out highest temperature of the work week on Thursday, 88. Some models even put out temperatures closer to 90 on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a hot, humid day, and then it's going to start to gradually cool down as we go through next weekend, but still remaining above average for those temperatures. That's pretty much what I've got for the forecast here, but let me go ahead and check out what you guys are saying in the comments. All right. We've got Laura Gray here. She's watching from Dawson Springs. She wishes all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day. I wish you a happy Mother's Day as well. Lenny Howard, he's in the chat there. He's giving us a thumbs up. Ashlyn, she asked do you think Thursday and Friday will be after 3? I have to drive my kids to school. But yeah, I think for the most part, for Thursday and Friday, if we were to see that thunderstorm potential, it would be most likely in the evening hours and possibly later into the night. Drew says he's got a track meet on Tuesday. Well, I don't think we're going to see widespread issues on Tuesday. Again, that's going to be more of that pop-up type just with the heating of the day. So I can't exactly nail down where those pop-ups will happen, but hopefully it'll be isolated enough to where it won't disrupt your track meet. All right. Katie asks, so no severe tonight or tomorrow? No, we're not expecting severe weather for tonight or tomorrow. This should just be, typical old rain with some rumbles of thunder embedded within there as well. That is all the questions I'm seeing. Craig says he is ready for the warm weather. I think he's talking about that high temperature on Thursday. That's eyeing him up. 88 degrees, certainly well above average for this time of year. But that is all I'm seeing here in the comments. So I'm going to hop off the live stream now. I'll send you guys over to 14 News at 10 for all the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody stay safe, have a great rest of your Mother's Day, and we'll see you again in just a little bit.